Holy Peter Frampton, y'all! We have a brand new show that I'm reviewing today. It's called Close Enough. If y'all were kings of regular show back in the day, whoa! That was an awful impression, but you know what I'm saying. Let's get right into the Close Enough review.
I was leaking into darkness, something to hold on. Find you while you were so broken.
Hey y'all, what's up? Reginald back at it again. Today, we just got blessed with a brand new series on HBO MAX by creator Quintel of regular show. You know him voicing Mordecai and basically creating the whole show and what it's all about. And yeah, he's back with a new show, and this kind of follows similar territory of regular show. In fact, in my notes, I will be bringing up quite a bit of things about the show, but I just want to say that before we get into my super awesome review of Padoozle, I gotta say though, this review contains major spoilers. In fact, I'm literally gonna be pretty much talking about the whole episode. So if you've not seen the episode yet, and you do not want the show spoiled to you, basically drop me a like, comment down below, hi, subscribe, and then I will see you tomorrow. But if you don't care about the show and you just want to watch my review, or you've already seen it and you're here for a review and reaction, then yeah, basically, welcome. Let's get started. Alright, major spoilers from this point forward. So, Close Enough debuted with 2 episodes. The first one is called Quilty Pleasure. It basically revolves around, you know, Josh and Emily. Quintel plays the character Josh. He has a wife and a kid, and the kid basically doesn't have their, like, quilt project done. They have this big thing. He uses some kids, basically, to build the quilt, and then the kids actually turn out to not be kids, though. They turn out to be, like, grumpy old midgets or whatever. And Quilty Pleasure is a really solid debut episode. I mean, I gotta say, the humor was on point. I wouldn't say any of the gags were, like, incredibly hilarious or, like, really memorable, and, like, I loved them right off the bat. But, like, some of the gags, they got laughs out of me, though. I was like, haha, that's pretty good. I love the satire on basically those out-of-touch adults using Snapchat and everything. He uses a dog filter in 2020. Emily's like, yo, I didn't know anything about a project. And he's like, yeah, homies, I sent him on my teacher's class Snapchat, you know, and he has, like, a dog filter. Oh my god, I really like that joke. And basically, yeah, all throughout, Josh basically is pretty much the equivalent to Mordecai. Say Emily was his Margaret in that. Characteristically, he's pretty much the same guy. Just, you know, obviously, different situation, different scenario. But he plays along the same traits. Just that same, you know, irresponsible, fun-loving kind of dude. And I am perfectly okay with that, because honestly, Mordecai is a very memorable character. And the guy even sort of acts at times just like Mordecai. I almost felt like some deja vu. You know, there's times where he would kind of say things similar to what Mordecai would say, like yo, or like dude, or just like slang like that. And it definitely was a nice homage to regular show. I will try in this review not to make it seem like I am just gonna like compare this to regular show, because obviously I have to review this as its own set piece. I'm just saying though, there are points where this episode really does call back to regular show. So basically, yeah, like, the story actually did kind of feel a little bit like a regular show episode as well. Especially with the part with them, like, you know, watching over these kids and then making them, you know, build the quilt and everything. But then, like, obviously the fact that they like, turn on them at the end, it's not what you think, is a very regular show-esque ending. But, I mean, there are some key differences. Mainly, you know, my first point is that there was a lot of swearing. There was a lot more, obviously, adult language, because it is, like, rated TV-14. It was marketed as a more, like, adult show, and there's some, like, you know, sex. And I mean, hey, one of the kids is even shown, you know, catching them having sex, and that scene is actually pretty funny. The humor overall is that standard Quintel humor, but I will say, like, yeah, it's still, like, funny here. It's not like it's really too neutered or too, like, you know, overdone. I just think, like, yeah, the humor is exactly what it needs to be for a debut episode, I think. It's not, like, the funniest thing you'll ever see, and I'm sure, like, once the show develops, it will probably turn even funnier. But it's a simple debut episode, and it's just, like, it's overall pretty good. And in terms of other little bonus things I liked, I definitely loved, like, the BJ joke, where Emily thinks, like, Josh got a blowjob, basically, so she, like, slaps him, but he's like, no, that's not what I meant, you know, yeah, and he was talking about this parrot he got. The slapping was very well timed, and I just think the joke overall hit. And then we also got another episode called The Perfect House. Basically, Emily was looking at, like, open houses, and then obviously Josh does the typical Mordecai thing of being bored. he's like, dude, this is so boring. And he's just like, I just want to go swimming, you know? And I'm like, that is so Mordecai right there, yeah. But obviously, I do have to get used to Josh. I have to get used to that. Like, I'm not used to that yet, but okay. So Emily's looking at houses because, like, there are these other people, like I guess those are going to kind of be like the secondary characters. And basically, yeah, it's very chaotic. There's, like, paint everywhere. People are, like, half naked. And obviously, like, yeah, there's drinking, and so obviously she wants to look at open houses because, you know, she wants a nice, relaxing place, you know, that she can just kind of, like, chill. Obviously, it's just a lot for her. So I can see exactly why that happens, and the first note I have, that there is a flash to the regular show house at the beginning. Like, there's a section where she's looking at houses, and she's like, and it flashes to the regular show house, and I'm like, oh my god, nice one. But that's not the only regular show reference in this episode. There actually is a painting in the house once we get towards like the second half of the episode with the kind of like Full House parody sitcom thing, where we see a picture of the ultimatum from the episode Best Burger in the World. I'm like, yo, JJ Quintel, you didn't think I'd miss that, did you, buddy? No, baby, no, I didn't. I thought overall this was another, you know, solidly done episode as well. You know, might have forgotten whether this gag was in the first episode or the second one, but like there was a gag about obviously Josh not knowing what the parrot was actually saying. You know, he was like, oh yay, parrot, and you know, but he was like white boy and you know, dumbass white boy, I think's what he said, which I mean is a simple gag. There has been that gag's probably used 1,000 times, but I don't know, it's a formula that kind of just works. And then obviously, like, a lot of time goes by. Josh is wondering what the heck is going on. 3 days go by. Emily's still gone. So, you know, Josh obviously starts running and looking for her, you know, thinking she's, like, cheated on him. And then obviously they explain that, like, while it's great that, like, you know, we rented out half of our apartment or whatever house to get more money for Candace, I believe's her name, to go to a better school, it's like, obviously, you know, that does kind of put a price on her happiness, you know? So yeah, like, I like that there is resolution. There is, like, a reason given as to why, you know, she was doing all this, like, why she enjoys going to open houses so much, because it's just a nice break. It's a nice break. And obviously, like, I could see, especially, like, you know, especially a woman like her, you know, really loving the nice atmosphere of a house compared to their really, like, subpar, you know, really, like, unkempt house. I definitely understand it, and I appreciate that. So yeah, my overall thoughts on the debut episode of Close Enough. I think overall, like, this show started off pretty strong. Like, there were moments I did laugh. It had that kind of staple J.G. Quintel, like, humor and character mindsets, and nice, like, references to regular show. But, I mean, I still feel like the show did have enough of an identity, though, that I feel like it can stand alone by itself. I mean, so far, none of the characters strike me as nearly as memorable as the regular show characters, but hey, I mean, like, obviously, this is the debut episode. Like, it's okay that you know, obviously, I don't know these characters well enough yet. We just have one episode, so I can't, you know, judge it fairly. Like, I can't compare it to regular show and then just be like, oh, well, it's not as good, because it's, no, I mean, I have to be fair in saying that that's okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's alright. Because I'm sure there are really funny characters in these people. So, basically, that leaves me excited to see more of Close Enough. I mean, I thought overall it was, like, pretty solid. Not, like, amazing, but, like, definitely another good effort from J.G. Quintel. I wish him best of luck on this series, because I definitely think he's got some good ideas here. Anyways, yeah, guys, Close Enough is out now, the pilot episode. And thank you all so much for watching my review. If you enjoyed it, obviously leave a like, comment down below what you think. Subscribe! You know, by the way, there actually is a couple of music numbers in the first episode. Emily, and I'm like, whoever voices Emily is actually a pretty good singer. I'm like, wow. It's not one of those, like, comedically bad sung songs. It was actually, like, you know, kind of sweet. Like, the song built up some dramatic swell and whatever. And then there was, like, the one in the Perfect House when, you know, she starts trying to sing about the perfect house, and then she just bumps into this dude who then, you know, copies her song because she started to sing, and that part was really funny as well. But other than that, okay, that's my review. So, that is my review of, what's the show called? Oh, yeah, I forgot. That's my review of Close Enough. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Subscribe for more, and I love you.